So with WSHL, I got the time slots in the morning on Saturdays to do my own radio show. I've very much been into music since I was very young. I actually have a photo of my mom pregnant with headphones on her belly, so I think that's where it all started. And then when I was in middle school, I used to just do mixtapes for my dad, and I used to write on there DJ Pammy B. That's what I used to do on every single one, and my dad would just play the mixes in his car. He'd be listening to techno, he'd be listening to all sorts of crazy stuff that I would put on those mixtapes. And then, coming to college, I had my roommates. I was in a quad with Emily, Lauren, Jess, and we didn't know each other. It was a hilarious start, kind of. And they suggested to me, because I was playing a bunch of tunes in the quad, and they're like, "Oh, we're jamming, Pammy. You should do something. In terms of the music, you should become a DJ. You should do something." I'm like, whatever. I'll start something on the side. I got some DJ equipment and started DJing here on campus in the courts, and also eventually got to Owens. But throughout that time before that, I wanted to get involved with the radio station. And so I had my radio show on Saturdays. It was from 10 to 11. I used to just jam out, and it was just an awesome time. So that's sort of how I was involved with WSHL. My most memorable experiences, I think, at Stonehill were with DJing and music somehow. So I used to DJ in the courts, both senior and junior courts, which always got crazy. And needless to say, and then, Thursday night at Owens were just monumental. I don't know how else to describe. They were just epic. In terms of music, so at my store right now, which is Rhea Cafe in West Roxbury, I make music sort of a big part of that. So we have music blasting outside the store, at all given points, unless it's freezing cold out. So I like to incorporate that in there. Any festivals that I do, that I host with the YMCA, that's in the lot next door to my store, we do a lot of music there as well, live music, all sorts of different things. And I'm trying to sort of get back into the music things and try to still keep it incorporated in my life. Because owning a few different businesses, it gets challenging sometimes, and music's always been such a great part, so I'm always trying to incorporate in, which is the reason why when I sort of mentioned Vibe to you, that was a platform, with visionaries, innovators, believers, and entrepreneurs, that music was going to be a big sort of part in that, because it's a way, I think, to bring people together. So I'm trying to incorporate it more. Still is. You can sort of see it throughout my businesses, my store, blasting it all the time. But I definitely want to be a bit more involved when it comes to music, for sure. Vibe is a sort of movement / organization that's very much in the rough stage of its planning right now. And what Vibe stands for is visionaries, innovators, believers, and entrepreneurs. So I want to create some sort of platform where those types of individuals can connect together. But I also want it to be focused on self-love and different ways that you can bring people together. And one of the best ways is through music and food. You see it in every culture. Those are two major components. So it's very much in its rough draft stage, but I definitely want to do something with it. I own an ice cream cafe in West Roxbury. It's called Rhea Cafe. It's located on 5 Bellevue Street in West Roxbury. So basically, at the store, it's ice cream, gelato, sorbet, all the good stuff, and then kind of a cafe end to it. So it's got some drinks and fraps and all sorts of things. And then there's 2 other businesses on top of that. So I own a residential redevelopment company, so just like HGTV, I flip houses. So I buy, fix, and flip houses. In the last 2 years, flipped close to $3 million in assets, just on the residential redevelopment company alone. So it's very much just like you see it on Fixer Upper. It's buy, fix, flip, sell, same model. And next to that is commercial real estate brokerage. So I broker with Castles Commercial. So we've got 3 offices, Denham, Newton, and in Back Bay. So it's just real estate agent type stuff, but on a higher level doing commercial real estate.
Would you like to come back and DJ for WSHL?
That would be awesome. I'd love to do something where I come back to Stonehill and sort of incorporate music into that, because it was a huge part of me when I was here, and still a major part of my identity. Hosting all the parties and DJing, Owens, courts, and all that stuff, you got to meet people, and it was just such an experience, and it was a good time. That's the best way to describe it. It was a good time when people come together. So if there's any way to come back and DJ, I think that would be a really awesome opportunity. I know I DJ'd one of the mixers that we had here, which was an absolute blast. So yeah, any way that I can get away with DJing, I'll do it.